Hey guys, it's Mike, the Bald Adonis. And on this episode, we're going to go back to the 80s yet again. But this time, I want to talk a little bit about high school and the stores from the 1980s that are no longer around. And you guys from the Boston area, I'm from Everett, Mass. So you guys from my area, Malden, Everett, Revere, Somerville, Chelsea, Arlington, all those cities, you're going to have a flashback. So let's go back to the 1980s and let's hit some of the stores that I used to go to and that are not available or seen in quite a long time. So growing up in the 80s, high school, I was 1984 freshman. And I went to a trade school. While Everett High School was, it had a vocational school, but the way it worked out was I took auto tech. I wanted to be in auto repair. And the way it's set up is you do classes one week, vocational the next week. So all day classes during 1 week, and then all day vocational shop time, learning how to work on the cars. That would take up another week. So 1 week of learning, 1 week of auto tech. And that's how it was ran back then. It could have been probably a little bit better because it made me goof off more than I should have. So I have the pictures that I do have. This is me. Every time I do a video, my cat's got to chime in. Get out of here. So this is me around 17 years old, 16. Now in my videos, guys, I talk about how I broke my nose 4 times. This was after having it fixed by Mass Eye and Air in Boston. So I have the spiky haircut, a little bit shaved on the sides, and I'm growing it long. And as you can see in the picture, I got an earring. Back then, if you have one earring, you're pretty cool. It has to be on the left side, not the right side. So the clothes stores that I used to go to at that time, Jordan Marsh, that was a high-end store. So I didn't shop there that often. So Assembly Square Mall, Meadow Glen Mall, that's where I would go shopping. So the stores there would be Tello's. Suit Yourself, that was in Chelsea. That was in the Chelsea Mall. Suit Yourself had parachute pants. So there were nylon pants that had zippers that you can zipper it halfway down and then zip it back up on the bottom end, and the pants would get baggy. And then you can zipper them down and it'd be just like a straight pair of pants. This is the 80s, guys. So parachute pants. Chess King. I used to love Chess King. That was in the Assembly Square Mall. I love dressing up. I love dressing up during regular school time. Not vocational time, obviously. So I would have slacks, all kinds of jeans, all different styles of pants. But I would dress up. I would go in bow tie, leather ties, silk ties, satin ties. I just had fun. I really enjoyed dressing up. Back then we used to tight roll our pants. That means at the bottom of the pants you put a fold in it and you roll it up so you can see your socks. It's just the style back then. So what other stores? Yeah, Chess King was a good one for me. I like Chess King. But some of the other stores that were in Boston that not even around anymore. I haven't seen them in years. So let's see if we can bring back some memories to you guys. Lechmere. If you guys remember Lechmere, that opened up in 1915 and closed in 1997. Most of these stores are mostly like today's Targets or just different versions of Target, or there were different versions of like a Kmart, that type of store. So let's run down some of these names. Ann and Hope, Spags, that was in Shrewsbury, Mass. Merry-Go-Round, that was a clothing store. Zayre, Z-A-Y-R-E. Filene's, then you had Filene's Basement. So those stores were like in Boston. Filene's, I think it was in one of the malls. I remember going to downtown Boston. 12 years old, 13, 14 years old. You go down to Boston, you take the train in. That was cool. That's what we did as kids. We just traveled all over the place. Nobody drove us around. It was very rare that a parent took you somewhere. So I lived on the bus. I lived on the trains. I just had a great time going to different towns, get myself into trouble. So some more stores. Ames Service Merchandise. You guys recall that one? That one was like high-end appliances. I think you needed a membership. Matter of fact, I had to call my mom and ask her some of these stores. And I think you needed a membership to go to Service Merchandise. Bradley's. Okay, Bradley's. I'm going to get to this story soon. I moved to Arizona for a very short time. One of the stores while I was there, this is 1990, guys, 1990, was Target. I remember calling my mom. I go, Mom, there's a store here that it's just like Bradley's. Just like Bradley's, And I found it pretty funny because all the stores are similar, just the names change. And I remember later on that these stores were coming to the East Coast. They came to, now that's all it is Target. So Bradley's was a Target type store. AJ Wright, that was I think it was a clothing store. So Ames, here's one, guys, Building 19. Now that was the dump. That was, you went there, you were trying to get something dirt cheap. You didn't go shopping for nice stuff there. You went there it was like a flea market. It was a horrible, horrible store, but someone had to have a bad store, right? What else? Any other stores? So you had your Sears and Roebuck, I actually worked there at one time. We'll do a story on that. Got chased out of there by security. Yeah, my troubled teenage years, guys. So back then, guys, the early 80s, do you recall those stores? When I saw the list on the computer, I was like, holy crap, I gotta do a video about this. But I just want to do a quick video about some of the stores from the 1980s in the Boston area. And hopefully you guys have some memories. Hopefully good ones. On that note, Ball Adonis out.